Final Fantasy XIII-2, the story so far.
Is that you? I won't let you go! It's too late.
We did it. We actually did it.
I think you must be happy now.
This is what you wanted to see, wasn't it?
Welcome to the future, you say?
Are they real?
Now, is that a polite way to greet old friends? I mean, we haven't seen each other in what? How many years?
It's been all of 390 years. I guess you guys have been busy, huh?
Please come by my headquarters when you get a chance. You're guests of the Academy.
Where do we find the Academy head office?
It's probably the most impressive-looking building. What about that one?
Something's definitely gone wrong with this gate.
Space-time is twisted so the gate can't manifest itself, Kupo. When the future is made certain, the gate will be fixed, Kupo.
Future made certain. Does that mean we should help the Academy with their important job?
Kupo! Kupo!
Hope told us that he invented a machine called a time capsule. That's how they got here. Back in 13AF, Hope devised a plan to build an artificial Fal'Cie. It was called the Proto-Fal'Cie Project. He wanted to use the new technology to re-levitate Cocoon. But then one day, Hope saw a certain prophecy in the Oracle Drive.
So I activated the Oracle Drive and watched the prophecy. I saw you fighting the Proto-Fal'Cie, and I saw you screaming out at me. Your machines are driving me nuts!
Well, I was getting pretty ticked off by that point.
Well, exactly. So we were forced to reevaluate the project, and eventually abandon it.
Okay, you saw Sarah getting mad at you, so you canceled your project, and then poof, the Proto-Fal'Cie disappeared. Is that about right? We didn't destroy it so much as it never existed in the first place.
We were following the wrong path to the future. If the Proto-Fal'Cie had managed to get control of Cocoon, it would have made itself the second Eden, and we'd be back where we began.
Yeah. It would have been just like how it was on the old Cocoon.
We realized we couldn't let that happen. We had to levitate Cocoon using only human technology.
Right. Not to mention that if you had kept with the original plan, your machines would have killed you.
Really? Then we owe you our lives. Thank you.
Funny, you lose your temper and the whole future changes. So, I bet you're dying to know how we came to the future, huh?
Kinda.
You heard about the time capsule we used? It's a device that slows down time only for its occupants. The effect is caused by the creation of a powerful gravitational field and, well, essentially we just slept as the outside world flashed forward into the future.
This capsule of yours, it can't take you back, can it?
Unfortunately not. And considering it broke down after a single use, I doubt it'll prove to be a popular method of time travel.
You risked your own life for the sake of Cocoon.
Oh, the director was there with me. Hey, Sarah. After coming to the future myself, I think I understand how you must feel. The Academy has welcomed us with open arms, and we can research as we always have, but sometimes I get these terrible anxiety attacks.
Alyssa...
Please, Sarah, you have to let me apologize for the way I treated you in the past. Maybe you can't forgive me for that, but I hope as fellow time travelers, we can face the future on friendly terms. The Academy has made progress on its investigation into the 13th Arc, At this stage, there is good news and there is bad news.
Let's hear the good news first.
We've discovered that the Ark's reactor is powered by an ore cluster, known as the Graviton Core. By collecting these, there's a possibility that the new cocoon will be up in the sky in no time.
That is good news.
Yeah, okay. So now you gotta hit us with the bad news.
Each ore cluster provides only a certain amount of power. The 13th Arc, for example, requires a single Graviton core. We're going to need multiple cores that we can't seem to find.
Need a hand with the search?
If there's one thing we're good at, it's looking for weird objects.
We could use the help. With you two on the case, we'll have those cores in no time.
I'll put together some data on Graviton cores. Check in with the Academy front desk. Did I tell you? The director is inventing a new device.
The Academy has been making progress on the development of a paradox weapon. A very powerful weapon that feeds on time-distorting energies.
Using a paradox against itself, huh?
Exactly. There's a possibility we may come up against the man who appears in the Oracle Drive recordings. The war has already begun, and we're fighting to protect the future itself.
A battle to the end, against Caius.
But, Director, didn't you say you were missing a certain material?
A chaos crystal. It's a solidified chunk of paradox energy, but according to the data, it doesn't exist in this time period.
Well, hey, you've still got us.
And we've got the Historia Crux.
I knew I could count on you. Once you found the crystal, I can build you a prototype. Alyssa and I decided to come to the future to observe the 13th Arc, the structure that appears in the sky of this time period.
That thing that's floating above us now?
Yes. In the end, we abandoned the idea of restoring the old cocoon. Instead, we plan to build an entirely new shell. Of course, there's still the problem of how to keep such a creation airborne.
A whole new cocoon. That's an ambitious plan.
Sure is. And that's why you're here, to find out what keeps the Ark afloat.
Exactly. When we learned of the Ark's appearance through the Oracle Drive, we had to come and see it for ourselves.
Alyssa told me all about you. You're helping us find the Graviton cores, isn't that right? And perfect timing, I just got an update with the latest info.
Tell me, is this ore stuff really that hard to find?
Oh yes. The Academy have sent survey teams all over the place. They've searched everywhere, but they haven't found a shard of the stuff. But according to this latest data, our scientists use resonance imaging to identify a possible deposit. So we do have a defined location where a team can start looking. But it's just...
It's just what?
well, it's kind of in a different time?
Sounds like a job for us, all right. Here, show me that data.
We changed the future, but it still needs our help. I bet we can find that ore.
They need a way to lift the new cocoon into the sky, and we can help them do it. Maybe that's why we've been brought here.
Kupo!
Hey guys, you're back. Not that you've been away that long. A few hours ago, right? That's when we saw you off, but look at you now. You've changed somehow. Like you've gone through a lot in a short time. So Noah was telling the truth about time travel and all that jazz. Don't tell the townsfolk about it, though. Who knows how they'll react. You gotta be tired. Go home, get some rest.
Yes, that's it. You found my kit. I've been using this kit since I lived on Cocoon. Couldn't believe I'd lost it. It's funny how you get attached to these things. I'm sorry it's not much of a reward, but here. Ever seen a rock like this? I found it just over there. Do me a favor and try not to get yourselves hurt. I've got enough patience already. There aren't many people who like to play nurse around here.
Something is happening in the ruins of what was once the most prosperous city in the world. Many of the scientists and researchers who came to investigate the site have gone missing. And when they do, ominous sphere-shaped objects appear in their place. Mog seemed to know all about the orbs. He told us they're called the Rubies of Grief. They're manifestations of the remorse and sadness left by the unlucky souls who disappeared into the paradox. The orbs resonate with a powerful emotion sealed inside. What kind of message are they trying to tell us?
Sarah, did you really do it?
We had. We had collected all the ore clusters Hope needed to levitate his new cocoon. I don't think I'd ever seen Hope look so happy and excited. But this was just the beginning. It would take a century to complete the new cocoon. And if the old cocoon were to fall before it could be finished, well...
I know we can do it.
He's right, you know. Have you seen that broken gate in the town? Well, it's all fixed and working normally.
We collected the ore crystals, so the future has changed, Kupo.
Yes, I think so. And look what I found. It was lying next to the gate.
I wonder which era this unlocks.
Kupo?
Maybe it takes us to the day the cocoon collapses. The one we saw in the prophecy. The one where Caius is fighting.
Time for the final showdown?
Let's all fight together. We'll follow you to the future by a different path. There are things there I have to protect.
Right. You mean Vanille and Fang, and the new cocoon. It won't be long before they're able to launch their arc. It just seems so incredible they've come this far. Noel, are you worried at all? Caius has tried to interfere before. Maybe he will again.
Remember, the Caius who caused the Seath incident was just an imposter. I wonder why the real one didn't intervene.
I hope he lets us finish here.
Maybe he will. If that's what it'll take to protect Yule, then I know he will. I remember we argued about that very thing once and... Wait. Did we argue? I don't remember.
Are your memories playing tricks on you again? Noel, something must have happened between you two.
Damn it. I wish I could remember. Not being able to protect Yule, and being the only one left alive on the planet. And then leaving that place and traveling to Valhalla, I should know these things.
I wish there was some way to find out. But I wonder, your memories disappearing, does it have anything to do with the future changing?
With the graviton cores you collected, you too are the account.
All we did was give you the last piece of the puzzle. Without the years of research your scientists put in, those clusters would be just a bunch of pretty rocks.